What is up, everybody? It's Nell here. How are you guys doing today? So in today's video, we're going to see where will you be 1 year from now, 1 year from when you're watching this video. So yeah, this will be a year from now. What will be going on in your life? Where will you be? Any like highlights that come through, we'll see a year from now what's going on. If you're more curious in what's going to happen between now and the end of the year, I do have a separate video for that, so I'll link it down below if you guys want to see that as well. And yeah, let's get into the piles. Little side note, in my other reading that I realized, I do introduce myself as Queen in my last like 7 readings I've done, just because originally I was going to make this a faceless channel and it was just kind of short for Queen of Wands, so I was like, yeah, I'll introduce myself as Queen. I'm getting rid of that. I am a Leo rising and I will most likely be showing you my face on here and my other YouTube channel if you want to follow that. So anyways, yeah, my real name's Nell. Nice to meet you. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's get on to the reading. Okay, on to the piles. So we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Pile 1, we have the carnelian heart. Pile 2, we have this, I believe it's blue calcite. It's a sphere. Pile 3, we have the fluorite heart. And then pile 4, we have this spirit quartz heart. Spirit aura quartz, I believe. So I will, as always, put some meditation music if you guys need a little bit more time to pick a pile. If not, the timestamps are down below. I will see you guys at your pile. Bye, guys. Hello pile 1, if you guys chose this carnelian heart, then this is your reading. So as you can see, I've already pre-pulled your tarot cards. Right here we have the 3 cards and this is the back of the deck energy. I like to read that as well. And then we will pull some oracle cards on camera and yeah, we'll see where will you guys be a year from now. Obviously this is a general reading, so use your own intuition, take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I kind of will read everything I see because obviously there'll be more than one person watching this. I will be opening up private readings eventually, sometime soon. Definitely check the description box on any of my videos. If I am doing them, they will be in there and probably in the pinned comment as well. Anyways, let's get into the reading, see what your tarot cards say. Where will you be 1 year from now? So we have the, I believe this is Judgment. Yeah, Judgment. The Judgment card. We have the Star. And the Queen of Cups. This is what she looks like, but she's in reverse. And I will hopefully be getting a new tripod so you guys can actually like see the cards a little bit better soon, I promise. And then the back of the deck energy is the 8 of Cups. Okay. Pile 1, in 1 year from now, you're going to be a whole different person, maybe even a whole different place, a physical place, or definitely like a mental, spiritual place. Yeah, this looks actually really great for you guys. With this Queen of Cups in reverse, it's like you guys are really going to look into yourself, look at what you want, what you dream of, your needs, your necessities, your aspirations, how you want your future to look. I'm sensing some codependency here, either with, it could be a present codependency situation, or it could be in the near past where you had to depend on someone or something to tell you, kind of like, to prove your worth in a way. Yeah, you really depended on someone or something else to kind of tell you like who you should be, what you should want from your life, what you should be doing. This could be from the way you were raised as like a child, on the way you should be living your life, or this could be from influence of somebody who's close to you that you rely heavily on. This could be like a spouse, a friend, a family member, etc. There's just like a really codependent energy here, whether it be financially or just dependent on other people to prove your worth to you. If that makes any sense. Like, I know nobody sits there and is like, I'm waiting for somebody to applaud me to know that I'm doing good. Like, nobody sits there and consciously thinks that, but some of you guys in this pile might subconsciously be kind of placing your worth and your value and what you should be doing and wanting it out of life off of the beliefs and self-limiting beliefs of others. It's kind of just like a codependent relationship I'm feeling with this Queen of Cups in reverse. It's really being too attached to others' views of who you should be, what you are worth, who you are, and that sort of stuff. But it could definitely be like a codependent financial situation too, or a codependent emotional situation. Absolutely, with the cups right here, you could be too dependent on somebody else to kind of hold you up in a way, whether once again that be a spouse, a friend, a partner, a family member, whoever it may be. Over the next year, I see you guys really looking into these like shoulds, and I see you really starting to kind of question and ask yourself, is any of this serving me? Is this truly what I want? And I think you guys in this pile are really going to realize that some of these ideas of how you are living, where you should be working, what you should be doing with your life, it looks like this isn't really like resonating with you. I feel like with this Queen, sorry, I don't know why that cut off. I'm just saying that it feels like it's not really resonating with you anymore over the next year. And 1 year from now, you're going to be really realizing that this isn't who you want to be on the inside. This isn't what you feel like you're worthy of and where you want to be going with your life. It even says on this card right here, I usually don't use cards that have writing on them because, you know, the cards definitely do have standard meanings, but it's when they're in different readings, they have different energies about them, and it's up to the reader to really like see how it plays out and what they're feeling with the energies. Yeah, I had to borrow these cards actually because I've just been using the same 3 decks and I'm like, oh, I just need new cards. Anyways, but it says on this card, it says, reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness, time to head in a new direction, clarity on your life purpose, in your heart you know what to do. Yeah, you're just like reevaluating, like you're kind of taking self-inventory about like, is this really me? Is this really who I am? Is this really who I want to be? If I were to, like, not to get morbid, but if I were to, you know, something were to happen to me tomorrow, would I be happy? Is this really what I'm striving to make out of my life? And I feel like you guys are really going to be like, no, like, I feel like you're just dependent on other people right now to kind of tell you where you should go, who you should be, what you should be doing. And you're going to be taking a lot of self-inventory in the next year. And 1 year from now, that's where you're going to be heading, is closer to you, but maybe further away from these things that you're currently doing now. I think you guys are just going to be coming closer to your authentic self, really starting to resonate with you and your wants, like I said before. And like I said before, some of you guys in this pile might be dependent on somebody financially, codependent on them emotionally to hold you up in a way, whether that be a specific person or just like societal ideas and concepts, family, things that have been taught to you, you know what I mean? And I feel like the next year, like a year from now, you're really going to break free from this damn camera keeps cutting out. What I was saying is you're really going to break free in the next year from these concepts and these ideas and these pressures of how you should be, who you should be with, what you should be doing for work, how you should be living your life. And you're just going to come back to you, especially with this 8 of Cups right here. It's like you guys might actually be physically walking away from a place or a person, physically distancing yourself. You may be moving a year from now. Yeah, the 8 of Cups could definitely mean that. And the Judgment, like I said on the card, is really just connecting with you and yourself and realizing that you have more to give, you have more to offer, and closing out an old chapter for good. Like that is sealed. It's a sealed tomb. You're not going back to that. You don't want to go back to that. It's rising to your highest potential, whether that be in highest potential in relationships, in yourself, in what type of job you could be pursuing, and with a star right next to it. It's such a beautiful energy. It's like, now that I have walked away and left things that no longer serve me, I am able to achieve anything. I feel like I have the world at my feet, you know what I mean? The world is my oyster. I can do anything I want. I can be anything I want to be. There's so much potential and possibilities. Like the possibilities are endless now that I'm connecting to me and my wants, my needs. And now that I don't have to depend on these other people anymore, I can depend on me. The Star card right here literally says, have faith, the future is bright. Dreams come true, positive changes that bring an end to challenging times, the light at the end of the tunnel. And that's what I feel like you guys are going to be in the next year, a year from now. So this could look like many things. This could look like at your job. Maybe you stuck with your job because that's just what you were taught to do. You're taught to stay with a job for a certain amount of years, even if it wasn't really serving you, even if they didn't give you a raise in like 3 years and you're doing all this work. You were just taught to stick with it because that's hard work ethic. It's, you know, it was just ingrained in you. That's what a hard worker looks like. And you're really starting to take self-inventory when it comes to careers and jobs and stuff like that. And you're like, why was I taught this? This isn't serving me. This is actually quite toxic. This is actually hindering me. And you're just like, okay. So I'm kind of breaking out of that paradigm. I'm breaking out of that false narrative that I have to depend on this job for my money. I have to depend on this job to get anywhere in life when there's so many other options available to me. Look who I am. Look what I can do. I can leave this job. It's not serving me anymore. And so I'm going to physically leave. You know what I mean? I'm walking away. And the Eight of Cups is somebody who walks away from these 8 cups. They wanted these cups to work. They wanted these cups to work out. They put time into these cups. They put blood, sweat, and tears into these cups. They put their emotional self into these cups. They loved these cups. It's not saying that you didn't have any attachment to these cups. You did. You did have an attachment to this situation. You did have an attachment to this person. Once again, you could have been codependent on it. However, you're realizing that this wasn't serving you in whatever way, shape, or form it was supposed to be. It wasn't serving you in the way you needed it to be. So even though it hurts you, even though it pains you, even though you feel a little bit sad leaving this behind, you still leave these 8 cups behind because there's better things in the future for you. In the 9 of Cups, which is the next card after the 8 of Cups, he has 9 whole new cups, and he is the happiest he's ever been. He is happy, he is healthy, he is successful, his wishes have all come true. But it took leaving behind these 8 cups that he loved dearly in order to achieve that. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing for you guys. This could also be being in a relationship, in a marriage even, with somebody, being codependent on this person, once again, in whatever way that you're codependent on them, and, you know, wanting it to work out, wanting it to grow with this person, but for whatever reason it just isn't happening. No matter what you try to do, it's just not happening. And now it's time to take self-inventory. Say, what do I have to do for me? I can't change this person. I can't make them do X, Y, and Z. I can't make them do the work on themselves. What can I do? And some people in this pile may decide it's time to move on. You know what I mean? With this 8 of Cups and this renewal card, it's time to get to a better version of me, and this person isn't doing that for me anymore. You know what I mean? So yeah, you guys get it. Those are 2 different examples. One is a career example and one is a relationship example, but it can be pertaining to any sort of situation that you got going on. Just know that it might be hard to, I say walk away. That sounds like you're just like abandoning something or somebody, and that's not the case at all. It's walking away, but like, because you've done everything you could, like truly to the bottom of your heart, you've done everything you could, you tried everything you could try, and there's just nothing left you can do. You can't force somebody or something to change, and that's what this is. It's walking away because the only thing you can do is better yourself and better your situation. It's not abandoning something without putting in the effort. That's not what it is at all. It's about finding your 9 new cups, having your dreams and your wishes fulfilled. And like I said, with the Star card here, this is going to be such a beautiful thing after you guys are able to break free of whatever this is, this codependent relationship or this codependent situation. You guys are going to find such amazing things in the future with the Star card. So yeah, let's get some oracle cards for you guys and see what's up. Once again, the Star card says, have faith, the future is bright, your dreams come true. Positive changes that bring an end to challenging times, the light at the end of the tunnel. And I feel like that's what you guys are going to find. You're going to find the 9 of Cups after. You're going to find the happiness, the success, the abundance. Just feeling like all your dreams are coming true after you are able to kind of take self-inventory and find your self-worth. You can only love others as much as you love yourself. So we have kindness, we have victory. What did I tell you? What did I tell you? Let's get one more. Okay, first things first, at the bottom of the deck, we have death, which is literally the death card in the tarot. If you guys don't know, it's not like a, obviously, physical death. It's a, like, metaphorical, esoteric death. It just means transformation that you can't go back to. Like I said with this, it's just like once something has died, you can't bring it back to life, right? Once a caterpillar has become a butterfly, it cannot go back into being a caterpillar. That's always what I think of when I think of the death card, is the butterfly from the caterpillar. It's something that metamorphosized so intensely and so drastically, and it came out on the other side such a beautiful, free being that can go anywhere and that is free and flowing and bright and colorful and beautiful, but it had to completely turn into mush and transform in order to become this butterfly, right? It's not saying that it's easy. It's not saying that it won't be painless, because I'm sure when the butterfly turns into a mush in the cocoon, I mean, I'm just gonna assume that's not the most pleasant thing, but I don't know, I've never been a caterpillar, so but yeah, it's saying change is necessary, and yeah, you'll just come out the other side so much better for it. And then we have deal as well. This card looks a little scary since it's like a goat horn, but I will tell you what that means in a minute. We have victory with the boar. And then we have kindness. Yeah, I love this. So yeah, 1 year from now, I think you guys are going to find a lot of new connections, a lot of new people, especially with all the cups energy here. There's a lot of kindness coming in, not only from other people, but kindness to yourself, kindness to you, and being compassionate and forgiving to things that maybe you have done in the past, things that you have let yourself kind of go through, you know what I mean, by staying codependent to this person. Just being kind and forgiving of your previous version of you, your inner child, your inner teen, the past version of you who was dealing with this. And the deal card speaks of this is a goat, so it speaks of really dependable contracts, deals, commitments that are long-term, and they are able to weather the storm. So this is actually a really good card. It could speak of you guys actually physically signing some contracts next year, whether that be business sort of contracts, whether that be new housing contracts that you're going to sign and get new houses, or it could be commitments. You know, you don't think of you getting married to a new person as a contract, but it technically is, you know what I mean? You sign a marriage certificate, you know what I mean? So that could be something that is in the cards for you guys within the next year as well. And then victory is pretty self-explanatory. It's whatever you guys are leaving. Why can't I pick up any of these cards? Whatever you guys are leaving behind next year, you're coming into success. It's literally the card of abundance, success. It's achieving what you want. It's literally hand in hand with the star card right here. The future just seems so bright because there's so many good things coming in for you guys this next year. I wasn't gonna do this, but I guess I will. I'm just gonna clarify what you guys are walking away from and what are you walking towards with this 8 of Cups right here. Let's see what it says. Okay, first of all, the back of the deck, King of Wands. Some of you definitely might be having your own business. Knight of Wands. Oh, geez, okay. Yeah, I mean, I was hoping it would clarify it a little bit more, but it didn't. It pretty much just said you guys are walking away from potential disastrous situation. So once again, you're going to have to kind of see how this fits for you. This could be something that you see going just really south within your job career situation, and you're leaving that beforehand because you're realizing how much it's not serving you, your financial situation, or this could be avoiding potential disaster, if you will, within a relationship or with a person that you know, that you're close to, whether it be a family member, a roommate, something like that. It's just avoiding like a chaotic, disastrous situation that could really be bad. It's like you guys are walking away from that before it happens, is what I'm getting with that Tower in reverse. And then with the the Knight of Wands in reverse, I feel like you guys are walking into kind of slowing it down. It's about delays in a way, but I don't think you're walking into like obstacles per se. I think it's more of just not charging forward anymore. The Knight of Wands in the upright position is somebody who kind of charges forward, and they mean the best. They're doing it with a lot of energy, passion, motivation, you know what I mean? They're just like, but they're charging forward without really slowing down to think about things. So I feel like you guys are kind of slowing down, being a little bit more still, taking inventory like we said before, and really getting to see yourself, know yourself, and being like, what is going to work for me, what isn't going to work for me. And I feel like you're just kind of taking it a little slower in the future with whatever this may be. And once again, with the King of Wands at the back of the deck. This could definitely be you guys coming into your own business, your own leadership position with a different company, a different job, just being financially very adept and successful with your finances in whatever way, shape, or form. Or this could be with another person who is very fiery, passionate, and like that sort of thing, and you're coming into meeting this person, very giving, generous, and that will be the new thing you're walking into. So love that for you guys. Let's get one last card for this pile and see where you guys are going to be 1 year from now. Ooh, okay. So at the back of the deck, we had the fairy Norn, and it says planning, patient, cooperation. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of people, and I know I keep repeating myself, I'm just getting the sense that a lot of people, this is like a career that you guys are building for yourself, whether it be your own entrepreneurship type of journey, or whether it be like your own business or climbing up the ranks. I just feel like you're walking away from a job, a career, a financial situation that didn't serve you, and you're really taking the time to plan this new career out. You're realizing that this isn't a sprint, like I said with the Knight of Wands. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, if you will. You're taking the time, you're being patient, you're putting in the work, you're not cutting any corners, you're really doing that. And that's next year from now where you guys are going to be, is in that King of Wands type energy. You're going to be the entrepreneur, you're going to be the person in the seat of power, if you will, in the seat of authority, in the seat of management, with the raise, the promotion, just like really doing a lot better for yourself in the financial, in the career sense. But for a lot of people, this could also be, like I said, relationship planning, patience when it comes with meeting new people, planning new events with new people. So yeah, let's see what this says. We're going to read it out of the book. So it says sorceress, rituals, power, will. It's time for you to act, to gather your wisdom in an organized and structured manner and create a moment of power. This could mean a ritual to recognize the beginning of a new stage of a life cycle. Similarly, it could mean setting up an important meeting, ensuring that you are correctly prepared and giving your very best throughout the opportunity before you. To gather together your energy, plan your strategy, and set your goals. Choose your time and choose your tools and meet with all the power you can gather. Before this meeting, whisper to yourself the goals and your powers. Be sure to fill yourself up with strength and conviction. Raise your head high. Straighten your back, set your shoulders, and do not allow any doubt to creep in at this time. Do your homework and be very prepared, and then when the moment comes, let all of this energy and power and self-belief flow out in a very smooth manner. This will help you through a job interview, a case that needs to be made, and gathering together allies and others who believe in you. It will also counteract any kind of self-doubt, negativity, or jealousy that you may have had impeding your progress up until this point. Every ritual of self-empowerment will be divinely blessed at this time. You must work at bringing back your own power, at harnessing your strong and potent will, which has until this time been neglected and underestimated. You are a being of power and commitment. Let us see what you can do when you believe in yourself at last. Yes, I love that for you guys. Love, love, love. Like I keep saying, for most people in this file, I think you guys are going to be on your own entrepreneurial journey. Don't necessarily have to be working for yourself necessarily if you don't want to, but like definitely a position of power at a job that you really like, a position of authority at a job that you really like. Whereas now I'm sensing a lot of you are probably kind of doing like the 9-to-5 type thing just because you feel like you have to, or working a dead-end job because you feel like you have to, because you feel like you can't leave because you're stuck, you're codependent on it, feeling like you need to stick somewhere that you don't want to be, no matter if that is a job or a relationship or whatever it may be. And I feel like you will be starting to plan this very shortly if you haven't already, and you're going to take a very structured approach. It said it like 12 times with the fairy norm, planning, patient, cooperation. Now with this, it's saying that you're very meticulous in putting together the future that you want to see happen. And yeah, that's where you guys will be a year from now. So that is all I see for you guys in pile 1. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear what you guys are planning or doing in regards to this reading. I obviously am reading these and it's kind of one-sided. So if you have something that is like resonating with this reading and you want to explain it to me, I'd love to hear it because that puts so much things into perspective for me. If not, totally cool. Leave me any comment. I would love to hear it. I'm so grateful for you guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. What is up, pile 2? If you guys chose this, where is it? This sphere, then this is your reading. We're going to figure out where you guys will be 1 year from now. So as you can see, I've already pre-pulled the tarot cards. I have the 3 here, and then this is the back of the deck energy. I like to read that as well. Obviously, this is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm going to be saying pretty much everything I see, just because obviously there'll be like melts with people who watch it, so. I am going to start up private readings if you guys are interested. I will leave a link down below when I have them set up, so you can check my videos, any videos, and there will be a link in my description box and or in my pinned comments. You can see that down below. Alright, so let's get into the reading. Where will you guys be 1 year from now? We're going to read the tarot cards, and then I will actually pull some oracle cards on camera. So let's see what your tarot cards say. So the first one we have is Judgment. We have the 3 of Wands. We have the Emperor. And then the back of the deck energy was the 4 of Pentacles. Okay. So pile 2, 1 year from now, you guys are going to be expanding and taking the necessary steps to go after what you want. I feel like there's something that you guys have been working on in this pile specifically, and you're not going to stop until you obtain it is the feeling I'm getting. Also, sorry if I'm like stuttering. I've been filming a lot today, and I apologize in advance. Yeah, with the Judgment card here, it's like you guys are closing out your current chapter presently and stepping into something that better serves you. Yeah, there's a lot of like future planning and energy here. Absolutely. It kind of feels like a lot of you guys will be stepping up to the plate in a way. There we go. I'm like right here, stepping up to the plate in the way and coming into a position of power, authority, and respect with this Emperor right here. This isn't something that is just like happening out of nowhere for you guys. Like the Emperor is literally the divine masculine in a card. This is like boom, 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 boom. This is like, I want this, so I'm going to do this, 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 and this, and I'm going to keep stepping until I get there. It's very like strict, straightforward. It's very like, I get what I want. You know what I mean? What I want comes to me too. Kind of reminds me of the song by Ariana Grande where she's like, I want it, I got it. Like literally, it's not like something that just like happens to you. It's like, I wanted this and I want this, so I'm making this happen. And it's not something small either with the Emperor. Like I said, it's like he is the ultimate power, the ultimate authority, the ultimate king of kings in the whole tarot deck. So any of the kings, he's above that because he is the Emperor. He sits above all of them. So it's very like respected, well-known position, very powerful position, whether you're physically holding that in like a job career type sense, or if you're just finally sitting in your Emperor energy and you're like, I'm building the life I want. Like, and it's very, I don't know how to say it, like very structured, very organized. There's like schedule, routine. It's very like strict in a way, but in a good way. It's like once again, I don't know how else to say it besides like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? Like a schedule. I'm keeping myself to this. I'm holding myself to this. Yeah, it's really building a environment of safety and security and investing in your future with 4 Pentacles as well. It's very Aries energy. Like I said, just breaking through anything that, charging through anything that gets in your way, and not in a bad way. Once again, it's just kind of like, I want it, I got it. Like a lot of you, I feel like, especially with this Judgment card being the first one, the Judgment says reviewing the past with compassion and forgiveness, time to head in a new direction, clarity with life purpose. In your heart, you know what to do. I feel like a lot of you are taking self-inventory with this, either currently or you will be within the next year, and just really seeing like, I'm worth more. Like the Judgment card is basically being called to like a higher purpose, a higher part of your life, if you will, about a better version of yourself and what you could be doing, what you could be achieving, just really stepping into your own personal power and into the highest version of yourself. I don't know how else to say it. And with the 3 of Wands here, it's like you're planning for the long term. It literally says on the card, abundance from past. I apologize, this camera randomly cuts out and it drives me insane. So what I was saying, it says planning for long term, abundance from past choices, pride in the success of your labors, being patient as you decide what's next. It's a very meticulous energy I feel in this pile. Meticulous, I can hardly say that. I feel like a year from now, you guys will be in a position of power in some way, shape, or form, where people are really going to look to you as the person to turn to when they need advice. They're going to look to you as a leader. They're going to look to you as a mentor with the Emperor over here. They're going to look to you as somebody who is to be respected, somebody who gets what they want. It's really hard to like narrow it down to one thing because this is a general reading, but especially with the Four of Pentacles right here, this could be you guys creating a career slash financial situation for yourselves out of literal like pure sheer will, determination, organization, logic, and being structured and disciplined. It's like you took all of that with the Emperor card right here and just made it into something that is so abundant, so fruitful, and very sturdy. The Emperor is somebody who has his roots set down. He's not moving. He ain't getting up from this chair. Why? Because he doesn't need to get up from this chair, because he's done the work. You know what I mean? It's not that he's like too good for anybody. It's just that he has already done that work. He's already been there, done that. So now what he wants will come to him because he has already put in the work. He's already put in the time, the labor, the effort. He's put in the organized discipline and all that stuff into what he wanted to create, and so now he's just reaping the rewards from that, right? In the Four of Pentacles, it literally says in the card, managing your resources wisely, extremes in how you give or receive money, smart decisions, seeing things as black and white, and being charitable. It's just a very stable, secure energy here, and I know I keep saying that, but it's like the fundamentals of the Emperor and the Four of Pentacles. If you think of four, it's like the four tables on a four legs on a table. It's like very secure and stable. It holds it up, right? It's very grounded. It's very practical. It's very organized. So yeah, to put it into real world terms, for a lot of you guys, I feel like this is a business type situation, a career type situation. This is coming into a position of authority, of management, of power and respect in a business type setting, whether that be something that you are creating yourself, like a business you're creating yourself. The Emperor is more like not even just like a business owner, he's more like a CEO. Like that's what I'm getting the vibe of. Some of you guys might be the CEO of something. It's like, yeah, there's business owners, but then there's like business owners of business owners. And I'm getting the sense that you guys are like climbing all the way to the top here with all of this. It's just like you're really waking up within this next year and being like, I could do so much more. Like I am worth a lot of just respect. I am worth a lot of money. Like like just something about you and what you create, you're like, how do I know I'm gonna get this? It's because I'm not gonna stop until I do. You know what I mean? This is very like hustle mentality, but like sometimes that can be kind of toxic. But I feel like in your guys' case, like you kind of thrive off of that. If you're able to get to this Emperor point, it's like this is actually what fills up your cup and makes you happy. And because of that, it's just like very strategical with your money and investing in the right places and just making such great business and financial decisions, because it's just like something you're really good at. And I just see you being like owners, bosses of something, like a boss of a boss, a business owner, a CEO in the next year. So for some people, this could be in more of a family type situation or a relationship type situation, just really stepping up to the plate, being that kind of father figure, if you will, even if you aren't a actual like male, doesn't matter. It's just the energy, the masculine energy. Being kind of the structure and authority for the family and or for the group of people you're around. This could be some people within, I just heard church, so some people in like a church setting too, being like that kind of stepping up to the plate, being the person that people turn to for things within the church or within a spiritual group. This is like a mentor of some sort, like somebody who other people come to because you have your wits about you, you're grounded, and yet you're very, you know how to get stuff done. Yeah, so some people, this could be coming into being the head of the family in a way, whether that be literally financially, being the breadwinner, and or being the head of the family and just the person who like is the structure, the discipline, the person who is going to keep things organized and like the father figure, like I said before, even if you aren't a male. Or for some people, this could be in a community type setting, being somebody who either in politics, religion, or a spiritual sense is somebody who others will come to for certain things. and you will be in a position of respect and authority. So yeah, let's just get some oracle cards, because I can't give examples for every single situation because obviously this is a general reading, like I said, but let's see what they say. So we have Secret in reverse. I can't pick these cards up today. We have Secret in reverse with the Raven. And then we also have Trust with the Horse. Yeah, this is like trust in yourself 100%. This could be obviously trust in other people too, but I feel like you just like, you knew like, I'm gonna get there. Patience, 100%. It's like, I'm gonna get there because I'm not gonna stop until I do. You know what I mean? Like, so Secret in reverse with the Raven is just speaking of other people kind of, other people's truths perhaps not being your own. So this could definitely be whatever position of power you guys are going to end up in within the next year. Could be something that you have to deal with, kind of controversies, if you will, or differences of opinions, differences of ways that things should be done. It's like you guys, I feel like, are gonna have to be the mediator in a way, the person who literally, like this Emperor here, is like sitting down, listening to everyone's problems, and they come to you about it because you have the authority and the power to sort it out, but you also have the practical, logical standpoint where you're not gonna get swept away by your emotions and your opinions. You're kind of sitting there as the middle, the mediator, and you're like, okay, this is what we're gonna do considering this side and this side of the story, and we're going to come to this conclusion because of that. Yeah, within the next year, I really see you guys being in that position where you might have to solve other people's problems in a way, and it's not like bringing you down to do this, it's because you are in that position to do it. So for example, some of you guys might be business owners and or CEOs of something, and you obviously have to solve all these problems within the business and solve all these problems with different employees and different people who are helping you to run your business and all of that stuff. It's like being in charge of people who are in charge of other people. It's like multi-layer type of energy here, where you have to kind of take all the facts into consideration, take all different people's truths inside of the story into consideration, and kind of mediate that. Some of you guys within the next year will be in charge of other people's money. With this Four of Pentacles right here, it's really screaming to me like, yeah, investing other people's money for them perhaps, or being in charge of other people's assets in some way, shape, or form. That could definitely be what I see some of you guys doing. And obviously the Emperor, you'll have to make wise, logical decisions to do that. It's like, it's a position of authority that not only impacts you, but impacts other people that you're in charge of. Like, they've entrusted you with this authority, and you need to make wise decisions off of that. And because the Emperor is upright, like you guys, it comes natural to you. You're a natural leader, and this is why you're in this position to begin with. You have to look forward in the future and really like plan things ahead, think things ahead. With this Three of Wands here, you have to be that person to be like, this is the best decision to make, not because I have any emotional attachment to it, but because I used my discipline, my logic, my reasoning. I took all the facts and was able to create this decision, you know what I mean, to mediate this outcome, if you will. And like I keep saying, for others of you, this just might be you guys being in charge of either a family unit or a community unit, where you are kind of the person who has to be the glue who keeps everybody together. And once again, it's because you sit on this authority. You just have like such an authoritative presence to you, and you're able to make such logical decisions that actually get good results. It's like a mediator. I don't know how else to say it. I just feel like in some way, shape, or form, you guys are going to be a mediator. So it's in some way, shape, or form, you guys are really stepping up to the plate here, whether it be business, family, relationships, whatever it may be. Let's get one last message for you guys. Where will you guys entitled to be 1 year from now? And see what it says. Ooh, interesting. I just realized I didn't even talk about these cards. So trust is all about trusting yourself. It literally says in the book that this could be not to trust blindly and to follow your own will, your own intuition, to trust in yourself, especially if you feel like you're being led astray, especially if you are in this authority position where other people are trying to get you to make decisions. It's like all these other people have their own intentions, have their own wants, have their own desires, have their own outcomes that they want, and they're all going to be pulling you in different directions, or at least trying to. But like, if you're in the Emperor energy, you ain't going anywhere. Like, you're making your own decision based off your own choices, not your own choices, your own intellect and everything like that. So it's just really trusting in yourself when people are trying to make you to make a decision that benefits them, but it's like you're going to do the one that is the most logical, the most reasonable. And then the crocodile card speaks of making calculated decisions, not acting just because you feel like you have to. The crocodile, as you guys probably know, it will sit like literally on the bank or in the water and will wait it out until it finds the prey that it wants. So instead of taking action just because it sees prey go by, it's going to wait until the right moment, the opportune moment. So that's all just metaphorically about not making impulsive decisions, about really weighing logic and seeing like, you know, what is the best choice of action, even if your emotions are saying otherwise. And it just really goes hand in hand with this Emperor energy. Whatever you guys are going to need to do, it's going to be something that is in a place of just logic. There's not going to be any room for chasing things just because you feel like you have to make a decision or you feel like emotionally swayed one way or the other. It's all about being patient and making well-informed decisions. And it also speaks of, in the crocodile card, it speaks of things that are very like corporal, like you can tackle them, you know what I mean? They're real world problems that can be tackled. And I feel like that's also saying something with the Emperor energy and the renewal energy. It's just like you guys aren't just getting fed this position, you aren't just getting fed this whatever it is that's coming in. It's like you guys have worked for it, you have stepped up to the plate, you've done the work, you are in this position of authority for a reason, you know what I mean? The Emperor doesn't become the Emperor just because, it's because he has the credibility, he has the authority, he has the power, he has the respect, he's done the work, he has the following behind him. So it's like you really are going to step up to this authoritative type position because of the work you've done, because you gain the respect of these other people, because you are able to make these logical decisions and to make practical things happen. You're able to make things move forward, you know what I mean? You're able to mediate difficult decisions, difficult situations that a lot of people might not be able to handle. You're able to sit there and mediate it and get through it and come to practical conclusions. So that's great. I love that for you guys. And then we have the shining hope and future with the Mabon. I think I'm saying that right. I'm gonna read that out of the book. Okay, so the Mabon, shining hope, future. The Mabon is the child of the darkest moment, born when bright hope beckons you into a positive future, born out of what has seemed to be the most hopeless space you have ever been within. This card indicates that you are now thinking magically. What you think, what you are, manifests about you at all times. Now, with this new magical mindset, you begin to transform your life into one of delight and hopefulness, and to uplift your companions with your vibrant, positive energy. When we allow ourselves to shine, we become who we are always meant to be, and by example we encourage others to become who they truly are. You are a powerful role model for others. Keep up the wonderful work. You will have many experiences ahead of you on your journey, but this energy is now your companion and your divine inspiration. Make a wish when you see stars. You may even have a homeland among them. This beautiful card of bright optimism is full of the joy everyone feels when you are celebrating magical living. It is effortless and joyful to do this divine work. The Mabon is the child born at the winter solstice, so this card indicates a rebirth of positive light and energy after a time of lack. You are now about to receive great good fortune, and oh, how good the weight lifting off from your old self feels. Yes, I love that for you guys. I feel like it goes hand in hand with the renewal that starts off the reading right there. The judgment, which is, like I said before, you know, rising above to who you should be, who you could be, to your best and brightest self, right? And also the Mabon card talks about, you know, the past things not going your way, having a lot of lack in your past. So this could definitely be the reason why you guys in this pile get to this Emperor energy, is because you had to learn the hard way. But just know, whatever way and shape that it works out in your life, this Emperor energy is somebody, like I said in the beginning, I want it, I got it. And it's because you are very disciplined, you're very structured, you hold the power and the authority, and you know you hold the power and authority to get what you want to achieve. So that is where I see you guys 1 year from now. Thank you guys for watching. I'm so grateful for all of you. If you feel comfortable, leave me a comment down below about parts of your life or whatever that this resonated with. I'd love to know. Obviously, I'm reading like one-sided here, so it's kind of, it makes sense to me, but it would be nice to get more clarity. If you guys feel comfortable sharing your experiences. If not, you can leave any comment. I'd love to read them. But anyways, that is all I'm seeing for you guys in pile 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Why can't I say that? Don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. What is up, pile 3? If you guys chose this heart, then this is your reading. So we're going to see where will you guys be in 1 year from now. As you can see, I've already pre-pulled the tarot cards. We have the 3 cards right here, and then this was the back of the deck energy. I like to read that as well. I swear I talk fine all day, and then I come to these readings and I'm like so yeah, we'll read the tarot cards, see what they say, where will you guys be 1 year from now, and then we will pull some oracle cards on camera to get some further messages for you. Obviously, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you want a private reading, I actually do have them linked below. They're really good price, so yeah, you guys can check that out if you are interested. And also, I apologize if you haven't seen any of my other videos. I don't have a tripod. It literally broke the minute I tried to film my first picker card reading, which was weird. But I think I'm getting one for Christmas, which is why I haven't bought one. Anyways, so I apologize for the angle. It will get better in different videos. All right, let's get into the reading. Okay, so where will you guys in pile 3 be 1 year from now? So we have the 10 of Cups. Cute. The King of Swords in reverse. I'll show you the upright, but it is in reverse. Then we have the Ace of Cups. Oh, this is a cute one. In the back of the deck energy was the, let's see, 6 of Swords, but it was in reverse. So pile 3, 1 year from now, I see you guys revisiting someone or something from the past that brought you a lot of great personal happiness and fulfillment at the time, but for whatever reason, it didn't work out back then. It's like you guys will be trying something again, trying something one more time, going back to something or someone with new insights and new perspectives. I feel like you guys will be coming back as a new person, a changed person, and you're going to be revisiting whatever this is that brought you such happiness and fulfillment with this 10 of Cups over here. So I see this happening in 2 separate ways for different people in this pile. So the first way, some of you guys might in a year from now, you could be rekindling a relationship with somebody with this King of Swords in reverse. This is somebody that you had a relationship in the past that perhaps there was a lot of happiness, there was a lot of good times. You could even have a family with this person, or this person could be family with the 10 of Cups right here. If it isn't somebody who specifically you guys had a lot of good times with, then it was like you were supposed to have a good time with. You know what I mean? It was supposed to be somebody who you could be truly happy, fulfilled, and feel this 10 of Cups energy from, but perhaps it didn't work out in that way. It's just some type of relationship with a person, and it seems like a family type of relationship with this person, and or a like a ex-spouse or partner or something like that, where you wanted a family and it just didn't really work out at the time. The reason that you might have broken it off with this person in the past is because this person may have been a little bit unbalanced with the King of Swords being in reversed. They could have been living in their shadow in a way for whatever reason. In the reverse position, the King of Swords is somebody who says things out of spite, who could be manipulative. It could be somebody who uses their words as weapons, if you will. This could have been somebody who lied to you in some way, or who kind of pulled the wool over your eyes for whatever reason. And for better or for worse, I feel like you guys are coming back to this person in the next year. Once again, don't make this fit if it doesn't fit, because I do have a other type of energy that I'm feeling for some other people in this pile, but for some of you guys, I feel like this is a certain person that you are going to be revisiting. Because the 6 of Swords speaks of moving on, taking lessons that you've learned, taking experiences that you've had with this person, and moving on to safer waters, right? Moving on to a better place, a different place. And in the reverse, it's kind of like, I feel like in the Ace of Cups as well, the combination, I feel like you guys are coming back to this, but with experiences and with your eyes opened from whatever happened with this person. It's like you're seeing them on the level that they actually are, rather than the level that you wanted them to be with this 10 of Cups, and you're coming back for whatever reason, but it's in a good way. With this Ace of Cups right here, it's like there's new love in this relationship, there's newfound just like energy and passion in this relationship. The King of Swords is still in reverse right now, but I feel like you guys are coming back because you know this person could be in the upright position, and you're not coming back in a way that's like overly hopeful or kind of naive, and like it's like you've learned the lesson with this person. You see them for who they are rather than kind of who they were manipulating you into thinking they were. And this person seems like somebody, like I said, who held a very close spot in your heart and maybe still does. Once again, this could be a family member, this could be somebody that you have kids with, and you're trying again because you know this person could be the King of Swords upright. You know this person could be this better person, right? But for whatever reason, they're just in their shadow, and you guys are coming back within the next year with so much energy and so much love to give. You guys are coming back in a healing type manner for this person, and I don't obviously know the reason behind it, but I'm getting the sense that this is like a good thing, not only for this person but for you guys as well. It's like I feel you guys coming back in a very mature and stable manner. It's not like you're coming back to something that's toxic for you. Like I said, I feel like you've learned seen this person for who they are, and you've learned the lesson with this person. So I feel like you're not going to, you know, do things the same this time around as you were doing it the last time around. However, I just feel like you guys are coming back with such a nurturing and healing energy for this person, because you know this person is willing and able to change. They just need some help. And once again, this could be a family member, and that's why you guys are willing to put in the time and the effort. This could be somebody who you were once married to, somebody who you had kids with or were going to marry, just somebody who's like near and dear to your heart, and you know this 10 of Cups moment could happen. They just need some help, and that's why you guys are coming back to this person. Once again, if this is resonating, I don't feel like this is going to drain you per se, because there's so many Cups energy in the upright position. I feel like you guys are just overflowing with love, with beauty, with abundance, with just like such a contentment, fulfilled, peaceful life when you come back to this person. And that's why you're able to help them out of this sticky spot, is because you guys are going to be transformed and have so much to give, right? Your cups are going to be overflowing with these cups right here. It's not like you guys have an empty well that you're trying to help this person out of. You're coming back with such like renewed, I don't know how else to say it, like love and passion and empathy. It's like because you guys will be in such a good place emotionally, especially, and you'll just be like exuding this nurturing energy that you feel like you can actually take this on. And I feel like, obviously, like I said, with the 6 of Swords right here, it's like you're seeing things as they are, rather than as you want them to be. And it just, I don't know, it feels like you're going back to this old thing, and this might not have been good in the past, but it's a good energy I'm feeling like when you guys come back to it. It's with all this cups right here, I feel like this definitely could have a turnaround. But obviously this does depend on this King of Swords person. They have to put in the work, but it's definitely like very viable that this could work out the second time around. So that for some of you. So for others, if there isn't a specific person, I see this as you guys just coming back to something that you used to love in the past. So this could be anything that you loved doing, whether it be a creative endeavor, whether it be a certain job that you used to love doing, just whatever you used to love doing in the past. I see you revisiting this. Once again, with new insights, new clarity with the 6 of Swords right here. It's like you moved on from it and it was necessary, but you're kind of coming back with new understanding, with your eyes open in a different way. For a lot of people in this pile, I think it is going to be going back to something you used to love doing and having renewed energy and passion in it. It's like, for whatever reason, when you used to love doing this thing in the past, it was very like cloudy to you. There was a lot of things just not making sense, a lot of illusions, if you will. Once again, the wool being pulled over your eyes about something. Perhaps this was, you know, you as a kid, even with this 10 of Cups right here. This could have been something you loved doing as a kid, and then perhaps your parents told you, well, you can't do that, you won't make any money in it, you know what I mean? Just anything that you used to love doing. It doesn't have to be when you were a kid, but anything you used to love doing, you're coming back to with new, renewed clarity. Because the King of Swords in reverse speaks of just things being really confusing, being very like I don't know how else to say it, like an illusion. It could be downright lies were told to you, but it doesn't feel like it was done in like a bad manner per se. It's more of other people's personal beliefs being pushed onto you when you were very impressionable about whatever this thing that you used to love doing was. And for that reason, because of other people's beliefs, societal beliefs, whatever it may be, you dropped that thing you used to love doing, and you moved on with the Six of Swords. I feel like you guys moved on from this. You took some experiences and lessons from whatever this was, and you moved on to something else. And now you're coming back to it because you're older, you're wiser, you have found some insight here with this Ace of Cups, where it's just like, no, like, I love doing that. And you know what I mean? Like, these people might have said these things and they were speaking from their own self-limiting beliefs and from their own experiences where things didn't work out for them. But this isn't their life. This is my life. I'm going to go back to doing this because it brought me such happiness. It brought me such joy. Like, the Ten of Cups is just so overwhelmingly like happy. It literally says on it, a happy marriage, happily ever after, emotional contentment, a loving relationship with your children, raising children wisely and successfully, people you can trust. Yeah, I feel like just whatever it is, it's just bringing you such contentment. And even if you don't end up making money from this thing, you're just doing it to fill up your cup. You're doing it to make yourself happy. You're doing it to express yourself creatively. For some of you, this might be going back and realizing not everything's about money. I don't have to do this and make money, you know what I mean? Like, obviously you need a certain amount of money to live, but like, you know, doing this on the side. Why? Because it brings you such joy. And when your cup is full, your life is better and other people's lives around you will be better because you're happier, right? For others, this could be going into some monetary type stuff. There's no pentacles here, so I can't say for sure. But it's definitely like a mindset shift where it's just, you know, filling up your cup. I don't know how else to say it, and going back to something you really used to love doing. So those are the two different situations I see for different people in this pile. Let's get a, ooh, well, the moon just like came out. Okay. But that's, honestly, I wasn't going to get a clarifier for the King of Swords because I felt like it was pretty, on my end, it was like very obvious, but the moon is honestly a great way to phrase it too. It feels like it's just something that's not seen. I don't know how else to explain it. It's not something that's blatantly like a lie per se for some of you. I mean, if this was a person, it could definitely be a lie, but it's more like manipulation, like half truths, like other people's perspectives being thrown on you. And it's not that they're throwing it on you out of spite or out of anger when it comes to whatever this thing is that you used to love doing. It's more just like they're jaded themselves and they're taking their own experiences and they're putting it on you. And you ended up walking away from whatever this thing was. You ended up moving on, transitioning from whatever this thing was because you were impressionable and you're like, well, they've done it before and this is what happened to them, so perhaps I'm in the wrong. Perhaps I'm just naive and I should learn, you know, to do something else instead. But it's like the moon is like illusions. Like, that was an illusion, you know what I mean? Like, perception is reality. So you believed it to be true, so in your world it was true, but something's happening within the next year that's literally going to open your eyes and be like, you know what, that might have been true for them, but it's not true for me. And even if I don't make money off of it, money isn't everything. I'm gonna enjoy whatever this is, even if it doesn't seem good to this other person or to these other people or to society. It doesn't make sense. I don't give a fuck. It made me happy. I'm gonna go back and do this. You know what I mean? I have such renewed hope, passion, and just love for this thing. And even if the only thing I get out of this is my personal happiness, that's worth more than all the money in the world. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, yeah, that's just what I'm feeling. I'm feeling like I don't care if this doesn't make sense to other people. I don't care what they believe. It's kind of like I'm going back to me because they're kind of in their shadows with their beliefs on this. And I'm not saying like everyone has their own experiences, you know what I mean? I'm not saying like that's a bad thing, but for you personally, it's kind of, I felt like you're being led astray by this person or these people or these expectations when it came to this thing, when it's just like, this is something that just lit up your soul. You know what I mean? I just keep looking at that rainbow and I'm just like, yeah, that's how you felt inside. Just so light and airy, doing this thing, being with this person, whatever this was in the past. And now you're coming back to it like, I don't care if it doesn't make sense to other people. You know what I mean? It's my life. I'm going to do what I want. So let's get a clarifier for the Ten of Cups. And let's get a clarifier for the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to, this also flipped over. I forgot I was connected. I'm sorry if that was gross. I'm just like clearing my throat extra loud. So the Ace of Cups, we got the Five of Pentacles and the Temperance as a clarifier. Absolutely. What did I say? Didn't I say you guys felt like there wasn't any money to be made in it? I knew I was feeling that. And then the Pentacle card came out. Yeah. And you're healing that. You're healing the money issues here. You're healing the self-worth issues here with this Ace of Cups. You're finding new love and passion in it. Yeah, absolutely. And then the Death card, I believe it was in reverse, I think, for the Ten of Cups. Yeah, this is something that you're going back to because it hasn't actually changed, right? Like death upright is something that has changed so drastically. It's metamorphosized. You can't go back to being what it was. So I always give the example of the butterfly turning, or sorry, the caterpillar turning into a butterfly, right? The butterfly can't go back to being a caterpillar, right? It has to pretty much be a butterfly, you know what I mean? Because it's already turned into mush, it came out of the cocoon, and now it's a butterfly. You can't go back to the way things were. But with this in reverse, it's like this never got an ending. This was never dealt with. This was never, there just wasn't any closure here. It's like the strings weren't tied or whatever. I don't know if that's really the saying, tying up the loose ends. So yeah, for some people, like I said, I feel like this could be with a certain person, but for other people, this could definitely be with something that just really brought you a lot of happiness when you were younger, when you were a child, just sometime in the past. Sorry, I'm like shuffling these as I talk. But yeah, I just feel like you're going back because there wasn't any closure. If this was a person, there wasn't closure with this person. If this was something that you used to do, like the Ten of Cups, I keep saying, is just such a, like, you'll know what this is. You like, if it's a Ten of Cups activity, moment, passion, like, or a person, you're gonna know because it's just such beautiful happiness, contentment, fulfillment. Like, you can't not know what the Ten of Cups is about. It's just you're going back to this because there wasn't any closure. It was left abruptly. It was left unfinished. And now you're like, I'm coming back to heal whatever this was. If this was a person, I'm coming back to heal my relationship with this person. If they don't change on their end, that's on them, but I'm coming back to at least try. You know what I mean? I'm coming back to heal whatever this activity that I used to do, this passion that I used to have, that I felt like I had to leave because of other people, because of societal expectations, because of whatever reason, I felt like I had to leave it. Well, I'm coming back to that now to heal my money issues with this certain thing, to heal my outlook and worth issues with this certain things, to heal my outlook and worth on money in general, on finances in general, but especially when it comes to my creative endeavors, especially when it comes to my passions, and especially when it comes to things that I love doing in my life. So yeah, I love that. So that's where you guys are going to be 1 year from now. So let's get some oracle cards for you and see if there are any other messages that come through. Oh my god, I love it. Yeah. So the back of the deck, we literally have determination. This is the Chariot in an oracle card. Yeah. You're not stopping until you get what you want. It's like the Chariot uses sheer will and determination to keep moving forward. It kind of reminds me of like a tank in some ways. Like, I know obviously tanks are used in war. I'm not saying you have to be like aggressive with it, but like, you know what I mean? If anything gets in its path, it will just keep going one way or another. And I feel like that's what you guys are going to do with whatever this is, whether it be this relationship with a certain person, or if it is something that you guys were working on that you felt like you had to give up for whatever reason. It's just like, nah, I'm continuing moving forward because it brings me happiness, and then grow. Yes, absolutely. This is a relationship that is going to grow, or at least that is your intention. Once again, you can't force somebody else to meet you a certain way. They have to be ready to change themselves, but I'm getting the feeling this is gonna end in a pleasant way, no matter what this is. And that's why you guys are going back to it, because you like intuitively know that this is going to be something that like can actually become something, you know what I mean? So if this is another person, I feel like you guys intuitively know that the King of Swords, you will help them change into the King of Swords upright, into somebody who, you know, they're still a King of Swords, but it's just like in a very balanced manner. So, and if it is your actual passion, this is growing that, whether that be growing it in a business sense or growing it just for you in whatever way, shape, or form. And you guys definitely, I feel like, are very intuitive and creative people, especially with all these cups here. I don't know if I said that before. And I feel like kind of closing off to this emotion, closing off to this passion, closing off to this person really cut you off from yourself as well, and that's why it's so important for you guys to return to that. If this was a person, it's just like you feel like, I have so much love and light to give, like I can help this person. Like I don't say this for a lot of people and a lot of piles, because if you're not in a stable place yourself, it's really hard to help somebody in, like, especially a King of Swords reverse type of position. But I feel like you guys are like very nurturing and caring, like this is part of your soul to go back and do that. Like you have to at least try, and that's why you're going to do it, because it's like if you don't, it's like cutting off your own nature. It's like cutting off your own arm. It's like it doesn't make sense to you, you know? And especially if this is a creative endeavor or just like your creativity in general, and cutting that off, it's like the same thing. Like you feel like you cut off your own arm because of other people's beliefs, expectations, and self-limiting beliefs, and you're just like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, why am I gonna do that? And you're finally going back and you're like, I'll take the lessons I learned. I'm not saying that I can just go out willy-nilly and, you know, expect certain things to happen like unrealistically. Like you're not doing it from a place of like naive or naivete, but you're coming back with such renewed passion and curiosity, and I love that for you guys. Yeah, and then protect, I love this too. Once again, this could definitely be family. Definitely be family, especially if you have children, since this is a koala protecting her little baby. That could be why you're going back to do this with this person for sure, is because this is somebody who is family to you in some way, shape, or form, and you want to mend that for others, for yourself, but also for others in your family. But yeah, if this is protect as well with your creativity, your own why can't I pick this up? Your own intuitive nature, your own passions. It's just like protecting yourself. Once again, why would I cut off my own arm? It doesn't make any sense. I feel like you guys just need to be in your own nature. This is the essence of you, the creativity, the love, the nurturing, all the cups energy. You guys might be like Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancers too. Like literally, I just feel like this is like in your nature, in your chart. Like you guys should look up your birth chart if you haven't already and see like what your dominant planets and chart rulers are, because I feel like you guys got a lot of water in here, and walking away from this nurturing, this creative energy, this cup energy, this water energy was literally like walking away from half of your soul, and it just didn't make any sense. So now you're coming back to it and you're going to protect it from outside people who might try to bring it down. Protect yourself from cutting off your own essence, you know what I mean? This is what makes you you. This is what makes you special, unique. This is what makes you happy. Why would you deny that? And literally the create card with a spider, like literally, like I don't know what else to say. The spider speaks of obviously creating like whatever it is that you want to create, whether it be physical products or online stuff, or I don't know, create even things that aren't necessarily considered artistic, but you're creating them, is still creating something. Like scientists create stuff all the time, like people in I don't know, I just thought of like finance and stuff, but like it's just like creating whatever you need to create, right? But the spider also speaks of creating your own destiny, your own fate, creating the web of your own life and moving forward from there. And I feel like that's why you guys are revisiting this, is because it needs to be done. It needs to be done for you, for your soul, and for just like your growth, like it says in that card up there. So I love that you guys are coming back to this. Once again, I don't normally, especially if it's like a person, I don't normally say to, or I don't normally, what's the word I'm looking for? Encourage people to go back to like toxic relationships. But for whatever reason, I don't know if it's you, like just your nature of who you are, whether you guys have just gone through a lot of hurdles and now you're in like a really great, amazing place, and that's why you can go back to this person. It's just like whatever is happening with you within the next year, just like you're gonna be more than capable on your end to help this person, to mend this bond. You're going to have so much love and compassion and kindness and just everything to give to this person. And obviously you can't force them to change. They're going to have to do some of the work themselves too. But I feel like there is a lot of promise here. Absolutely. And I don't think this is going to bring you down too much. I think you guys will be in a very secure place with yourself, with this person, that going back to this relationship, even if it is a little bit toxic, isn't going to bring you down too much. Because I think they're like, they just feel like they're on the point of breaking too. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean on the point of breaking like their old habits, because they want to change as well. So yeah, anyways, let's get one last message for you guys. Where will pile 3 be 1 year from now? Ooh, that flew right out. Let's see what it says. I love this, the Yule Singer, rebirth, feasting, joy. What did I literally say? I'm gonna read that from the book. So it says, there are times in life when our light dims so that it seems it may go out for all eternity, but when this time comes, you're being put to a great test. If you persevere at this time, you will experience a depth of life experience that will lead you to being reshaped, transformed, and in many ways changed. You are undergoing such an experience at the present, and this card is here to share with you that such a time of great darkness and suffering, a new light will shine and bring you back to life, a kind of reincarnation within the same life that you are already experiencing. When this takes place, the Yule Singer will come to you and sing the song of your deepest self. You will open up with this song and begin to live again. The pain will dissolve slowly, and surely you will enter into a time of joy and light while the flame of your spirit rises high once again within your soul. Expect new friendships, easy connections, fortunate moments, and growth when this beautiful card comes to you. The dark times are done for now. You are stronger, brighter, and beginning once again a bright new cycle. Sing your song. Absolutely. That is 100% what I was saying before. I know I say that after like every reading, but like I don't know. I obviously like didn't pick this card. It just flew out of the deck and I'm just like, yep, this is it. This is exactly what I said. But anyways, that is all I see for you guys in pile 3. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out my link down below if you guys are interested in a private reading. They're written readings with a PDF of like this, just because right now I have a very loud house, so I can't really do video readings. But yeah, they are good readings still. So anyways, check that out if you guys are interested. Don't forget to subscribe. Wow, I can't say that. Subscribe. Leave me a comment down below about the reading if you would like to. And I'm very grateful for every single one of you watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. What is up, pile 4? If you guys chose this heart, then this is your reading. I love this. It's so pretty. So we're going to figure out where you guys will be 1 year from now. Obviously, as you can see, we've already pre-pulled the tarot cards. We have the 4 cards for your group here, and then we had the back of the deck energy up here. So we will see what those say, and then on camera I will pull some oracle cards, and I've been pulling some clarifiers. We'll see if I need them, but yeah, so this is a general reading, obviously, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I do have some private readings that I'm listing down below if you guys are interested in that. They are not video format, they will be written format because I have a very loud house. So it's easier for me to just write them right now. But yeah, if you guys are interested, check that out down below. I'll leave the link. I made them super affordable since it is written over the video, so yeah, check it out. And yeah, one last thing, I'm sorry for the angle. If you guys are new to my video, my tripod broke literally the first time I was making a pick a card video, which is like the weirdest thing ever. But I think I'm getting one for Christmas, which is why I haven't bought one. So I apologize for the angle. It won't be like this forever. All right, let's get on to the reading. Where will you guys be 1 year from now in pile 4? So we have the High Priestess. And then we have the 9 of Wands. And then we have the 6 of Swords in reverse. I'll flip it up right for you just so you can see, but it was in reverse. And you guys got 4 in your pile, so we'll see. Oh, we have the Queen of Cups. And then the back of the deck energy was the Queen of Wands in reverse. Interesting. Pile 4. I feel like this pile specifically might be the pile that is more of a spiritual pile than the others. And obviously we're all spiritual in some way, shape, or form, even if we don't technically consider it spiritual. We all have, you know, empathic abilities. We all have some sort of psychic abilities, at least I believe so. But anyways, yeah, I feel like you guys are more on your spiritual journey and conscious of being on your spiritual journey than some of the other piles that I had already. I feel like some of you guys may have had your Saturn return, or maybe are going to be having your Saturn return within the next year. This could be a dark night of the soul energy as well. You could have already had it and are coming out of it. You could be going through that within the next year. Yeah, not to like scare anybody. I'm just reading what I read, but I feel like for most people in this pile, you are already, since the High Priestess with the Nine of Wands right here, I feel like you're already like experiencing these if you are going through them. So like the Saturn return, you're already kind of in the middle of that or have already experienced that, as well as if the Dark Night of the Soul part resonates, I feel like you would have already experienced that or you are currently experiencing it. So I don't think I'm telling you guys anything like crazy new here. Doesn't necessarily have to be either of those instances. I'm just getting that energy, but just anything that was like a super hard time for you guys to go through is what I'm getting with this pile with this Nine of Wands right here next to High Priestess. Yeah, whether or not it is a Dark Night of the Soul or a Saturn return moment, or maybe you just like don't consider it one of those, it's something that's definitely leveling you up in a way. I feel like with this High Priestess here, I don't think it feels like it right now because you're like right now in this Nine of Wands energy, or you have been in this Nine of Wands energy. The Nine of Wands in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck is a guy holding on to his wand. He's clearly been through a battle of some sort. He's been through a hard time. He has a bandage on his head and he is standing, but like barely standing. He has to hold on to the wand and like support his weight on it. So he made it through whatever this battle was. He made it through whatever this hard time was, but it took a lot out of him. Like it hurt, you know what I mean? Like this was a struggle, this was a fight. Like you're tired now, but you still have to keep standing. This could still be going on, like I said before. It's like, shit, like I made it through that, and I'm still standing, but like, god damn, did it have to hurt so much? Like, what the hell? That's the vibe I'm getting here. So a year from now, I see you guys in this pile taking self-inventory because of this experience and moving on to something that better serves you. I feel like there might be a lot of old wounds and traumas that this experience either brought up in you that you just either didn't even realize they were there consciously. They were like more in your subconscious, and this experience brought those up for you, brought them to the surface, or this experience might have actually caused some new ones that you're kind of having to like deal with now or will be dealing with. I think a year from now, you guys will have been dealing with a lot of shadow work or done a lot of shadow work and addressing these old wounds that you guys didn't even realize you have. And I see you guys distancing yourself from people and situations and even events that either played a part in these hardships or caused these hardships, or just played a part in these wounds coming to the forefront. Just like really distancing yourself from people and things that aren't serving you anymore on your journey. I feel like you are, like I said, leveling up, but it's gonna feel like pretty shitty for a while. Believe me, I've been there. After you're done with this, you know what I mean? You kind of look back and you're like, yeah, you know, I'm not happy that happened. I don't want to say that, but you're like, this definitely brought me to a better place in the end. But like I said, like, damn, why did it have to hurt so much? You know what I mean? Like, why did it have to happen like that? It could have happened a different way. The truth is, we as humans, though, we do not like to level up if we are comfortable, unfortunately. And it makes sense. Why would you? If you're sitting pretty in your like Empress energy or whatever it may be, like, why would you want to move away from that? You're comfortable, you're doing good, you're happy, you're content, you know what I mean? But I feel like you guys in this pile especially, like I said, that's why I keep thinking it's like a Saturn return type moment and or a Dark Night of the Soul type moment. It's like you guys were meant to be pushed further for whatever reason. There's like more purpose here that you guys are meant to fulfill. There's something you guys are meant to do, and you couldn't do that if you were just like sitting pretty in whatever space you were in before. And there might have been some stuff too with this High Priestess as well. This does speak of secrets and secret knowledge and things that perhaps you just didn't know yet, but this could speak of things that other people just weren't showing you on the surface, that you thought you were sitting a lot more comfortable than you actually were, and these people around you weren't actually having your best interests at heart. It's like things weren't as they seemed. You might have thought you were sitting in a good place. You might have been comfortable. Maybe you weren't like the happiest. You knew like you wanted like X, Y, and Z like to work out better in your life, but you weren't like, I feel like you weren't in a horrible place either before. And whatever this is that caused this Nine of Wands energy, this Nine of Wands moment, and like I said, I feel like this already happened. I just get the feeling this is very, like, it might have been triggered by some physical people in your life, but I feel like this is more of a, I don't want to say like fate or destiny, because, you know, shitty things happen because of shitty people and because of people just making decisions and not really realizing how it affects others or not caring how it affects others. But I feel like this is more of a kind of, I don't know how else to say it, like a spiritual level up, like a Saturn return moment or dark night of the soul moment. Yeah, with the Six of Swords, especially in reverse, I feel like you guys were meant to move on to better things, but you weren't able to because there was like baggage and stuff holding you back, whether that be other people in your life or just you kind of not moving forward, not growing because you really didn't feel the need to, because you were in a routine, you were comfortable to some extent, and that's why I feel like with this High Priestess though, like you guys were meant to be more. Like, I don't know how else to say it. Like on the card, it literally says, meditate and turn inward to discover your soul's true desire. This is not the time for action. Develop your intuitive gifts and trust the wisdom that you receive. Yeah, I just feel like you guys are more intuitive than you realized. You guys were more, you were more in alignment than you realized, and it took going through whatever this Nine of Wands moment was, whatever this hardship that has come your way. It took going through that in order for you guys to see the truth of who you are, the truth of the situation around you, and to see the truth of what you could be doing, who you could be, and releasing this baggage that was holding you back from moving forward. Yeah, and then you have the Queen of Cups over here. That's just why I think you guys are my spiritual, psychic type of pile here. There's not like anything concrete I can really say you guys will be doing the next year. It's a lot of like esoteric, like shadow work and stuff, especially with this Queen of Wands in reverse. It's like I feel like you guys either weren't confident in yourself and in your abilities, or you were like the black cat right here is really standing out to me, and the black cat is representative of the Queen of Wands shadow. So there's a lot of shadow work that needed to be done. There's a lot of issues, internal issues that you guys needed to address, which because of this event you guys are looking at now. The Queen of Cups, normally she's looking straight at her cup. It's like you're finally looking at you, at the stuff going on within you, perhaps finally addressing old wounds and traumas, like I said, old purging old things that need to be purged. It's like you're finally addressing that. It's because something happened, and I really feel like it was something that was, I don't want to say like fate and destiny, but I feel like it's meant to level you up in a way, and that's why this thing happened. So next year, I feel like a year from now, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to move the camera. I feel like a year from now, you guys might not have done much like in the physical. I'm not saying you're just gonna like be sitting around for a year, but I feel like perhaps in the physical, there's not much that's like, oh, I did this, you know what I mean? It's not gonna be things that you can actually like show proof of, but you guys are doing a lot of internal work. And I know nobody wants to hear that, but like it's necessary, because like you need to get rid of, once again, this old baggage, these old things hold. Yeah, with the Six of Swords, I keep seeing somebody who is in the water and they're trying to reach the surface, but it's like there's a weight on their ankle and it's being dragged, it's just dragging them back underneath the water, and they can never reach the surface and come up for air. And obviously like that's like a metaphorical, esoteric type of scenario, but I feel like that's why you guys have gone through this dark night of the soul. I feel like that's why you guys have gone through the Saturn return. I mean, not why you go through the Saturn return, but you know what I mean? I feel like that's what's coming out of it, I guess I should say, is because you guys needed to address whatever this was that was weighing you down, because you need to finally be able to swim up to the surface. But whatever this was so heavy that you weren't able to do that. You weren't able to get the breath of fresh air, you know what I mean? You weren't able to get a break. You were too busy in the past just trying to keep yourself afloat. And it's like, I feel like you guys are supposed to be doing a little bit more in life, and that's not like a pressure type thing, by the way. Anyone who's like watching this, I'm not like pressuring you into anything, but I feel like whatever you believe in, fate, destiny, life purpose, whatever it is, I just feel like there's something more. Like the High Priestess sits very high. Like she's very much above any of the queens in the deck, any of the kings in the deck. She's above so much, because she's not really here on earth anymore. She's kind of like in both realms, I would say. It's just somebody who really knows their worth. And I feel like you guys, your soul and you as a person, you were just settling. And I don't think it was bad per se. It might not have looked bad on paper, but I feel like you would have never evolved. You would have never addressed certain things, certain talents that you had, certain life path that you're supposed to be doing. That's just the feeling I'm getting. And I don't really like to make these readings very wishy-washy, I guess. I don't really like to make them too esoteric. I like to kind of try to bring them back down to reality. But this one is just like, you guys are totally like the psychic pile. You guys are the spiritual pile. Like, you guys are perhaps people who are meant to like do readings for other people. You're meant to be healers in some way, shape, or form. And that's why you went through what you went through. So that's what I'm getting here. Let's get some clarifiers. That's what I've been doing this whole time. I always forget that like you can hear these while I'm shuffling them in the background, and I'm like, oops. I'm trying. All right, I want to clarify this 9 of Wands is what I want to clarify, I think. Let's see what it says. Let's clarify this Priestess as well. I'm like feeling it very clear as day. The energy, it's just hard to like put into words since it is very esoteric feeling. Let the High Priestess clarify. Let's see what it says. Yeah. So we had the 10 of Wands in reverse to clarify the High Priestess, and we also have the 9 of Pentacles. What did I say? Your self-worth? Didn't I say that for you guys, or was that a different pile? I don't remember, but I was talking about how she sits above everybody else. Like, she is, I don't even know how to explain it. She's higher than the kings. She's higher than the queens. It's like she has more purpose. Like, I'm not trying to say you're better or anything. Like, obviously we all have a purpose in this life, but it's just like you weren't fulfilling yours in some way. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And unfortunately, it took going through whatever it is that you guys have been through or are going through in order to see that, in order for you guys to level up and evolve. Yeah. And then the 10 of Wands right here in reverse, what did I say? I literally said I felt like somebody, or that this pile in general, was like trying to swim to the surface, right? And they couldn't, because they literally had a weight on their ankle that was tied around their ankle, bringing them back down. And the 10 of Wands is literally that in a card, but it's in reverse. It's like you're finally able to cut that weight off in whatever way, shape, or form, so that you can finally swim up to the surface and get some air. This is very interesting. Let's see what this was. So the 9 of Wands, we had the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this could be some people who made bad investments, weren't doing good financially. Something happened financially with them that put them through a tough time that they had to like kind of hold out, withstand. Definitely feeling the need to have to protect yourself with this 4 of Pentacles. This could be reevaluating your material things and what money and material things mean to you. You guys might have been people in the past who defined your success and your worth based off of what you physically had, or who you physically were friends with, or just something in the physical. Is like, that's how I know I made it, is when I get this Lamborghini, like that sort of thing, you know? Obviously, there's nothing wrong with wanting luxury. Like, if you can afford it, if you're not going broke over it, if you have your ducks in a row, like, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just when you define yourself based off of that, and that's how you define who you are and your self-worth, it's not ever going to be good. You know what I mean? Even if you can't afford it, even if you have the money to buy it, it's like, it should never define you. Does that make any sense? And I feel like that's exactly why whatever happened for you guys, because that was the baggage holding you down. You're worth what you're worth, and then other physical things will come from that. But even if those physical things get taken away, you are still worth what you're worth. Does that make any sense? And that's why you guys are going through this dark night of the soul. That's why you guys are going through this Saturn return, or that's what you're learning from this Saturn return, is that sort of thing. This could have been from other people too, with this 4 of Pentacles in reverse. Like I said, self-preservation. It could have been other people taking things from you, and now you feel like you kind of have to protect yourself, your energy, and your possessions a little bit tighter, and that's kind of what you're learning from this. But that also is something, like, they often say when you level up, like, you hear artists and you hear famous people say that when they start to become famous and they start to get the fame, the money, the recognition, a lot of people will fall away because you're just playing on a different level than they are. And I'm not saying anything bad about these people in specific. Like, sometimes shitty people are shitty, but a lot of times it's people acting and not being aware, lacking self-awareness, and it's just, you can't rise above certain situations if you're stuck to people who are bringing in situations. You know what I mean? Like, you can't rise above certain things if the people around you are still dealing with it, if they're still in it. So I feel like that's another reason why this happened to you guys in this pile. Yeah, it's definitely what I was saying before. Let's get some clarifiers for the Six of Swords. Oh, did I use this? Okay. And then let's get a clarifier for the Queen of Cups. I feel like the last pile that I was doing, I was very like, everything was very like on it, like made sense. And this one, I'm feeling it's very like airy, very esoteric, and I'm just like not making much sense anymore, and I apologize. Yeah, so the Six of Swords in reverse with the Eight of Pentacles. This could definitely be people in this pile just rethinking and relearning the relationship with material items, whether that be physical items, whether that be money in itself, whether that be